Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm back, at least in a way. As you probably noticed, I missed quite a bit in my uploading schedule. I've been off for a week, and at first let me apologize for that. I have been sick the past week, and it wasn't fun. Usually when I have some sort of small sickness like scratching in my throat or having a runny nose, I tend to exercise anyway, because oftentimes the exercise, if it's reasonable intensity, can help alleviate such symptoms. But this time it wasn't possible. I was coughing like crazy. I had a fever for a while. I had blocked sinuses. I felt horrible. I took a week off from work, or I stayed on home office. I drank liters of tea, and unfortunately I had to stay off my bike as well, which wasn't fun for me at all. I don't like missing my training. I don't like having gaps in my training diary. The good news is I can ride again. On Thursday, I did a very short recovery run or ride. It was very easy, but I felt pretty bad afterwards again. But yesterday, I felt pretty good. So me and my wife went for a first outdoor ride, because it was beautiful here in Prague, beautiful weather, and we did about 60 kilometers, and it was incredible. I may put on some footage from the ride as well, but it was great. So that's the good news. The bad news is I still cannot race. I'm still coughing, I still have somewhat runny nose, and I simply do not think racing would be a reasonable thing to do. And because when I'm racing, I want to give it my all. I don't want to half-ass it and go only 50% or something. That would feel like cheating. So hopefully next week I will be able to race again. Ooh, hard interval. And until then, I didn't want to miss another upload, and I wanted to ride for a bit anyway. So I decided to do this spring training workout, stage 2, the shorter one, and I would take this opportunity to tell you what I have planned for the coming weeks and months, both in terms of my training and in terms of this channel as well. Yeah, I'm sweating already, which I shouldn't be at this point. So I'm definitely not okay just yet, but at least I can ride. So what are my plans for the future? Well, my primary plan and the main focus on this channel remains unchanged. My plan is to continue regular racing and eventually getting to the A category as planned. So in that regard, nothing's changing. What I want to do more is add a structure training, because ever since I created this channel up until now, I've been pretty much just racing or recovering from racing, doing easy rides, but I'm missing some quality workout. First of all, endurance rides, and I feel, especially during the longer races, that my endurance is lacking, and doing some targeted sessions to improve my FTP and maybe the intensity a little over FTP, so I can ride better during the race. So I might do a little bit more of structured training. The second thing I want to do more is outdoor riding. Just yesterday, when I rode outside, I just remembered how fun outdoor riding is. So I want to do more of that. And I think the perfect opportunity to do outdoor riding is to connect it with the endurance rides. Because on my bike, I don't have a power meter. So doing structured training or anything outside isn't really feasible for me. But I can easily go on an endurance ride and ride by heart rate or even feel. So I might do that. I did a little poll on my community tab asking if you'd be interested in seeing outdoor videos as well. They probably wouldn't be as competitive, or definitely wouldn't be as competitive. That would be more mellow, more like talking while riding in the nature. But I could do some fun challenges like riding around the border of the city and trying to beat as many KOMs on Strava as possible. Stuff like that. That could be fun. So at the moment it was about 60-40, 60% people who responded said they would watch outdoor content as well. 40% claimed that they are here just for the Zwift content, which I respect. This is mainly a Zwift channel and will stay that way. Another thing is, I would be riding outside only if the weather is nice. I don't have desire to be riding in rain and stuff like that. I really want to enjoy the outside ride. So, you know, there might be weeks when I don't ride outside whatsoever. There might be weeks when I do. We'll see. Another thing I would like to start doing on this channel is live streaming. And probably not immediately, and probably not races. And I didn't really think this through very much. So, I don't know at this point, but I think it could be fun to be live streaming maybe 2 to 3 hour endurance ride and just talk with you guys in the chat, stuff like that. I think that could be fun. Let me know if that would be something you'd be interested in as well. I have a secret plan as well. And if I tell you that, it won't be secret anymore. But oh well. I would like to live stream my Everesting attempt. And I don't know when. I need to definitely train for it before I attempt. Because right now my endurance is lacking and I'm not that used to riding uphill as well. But this is a challenge that I want to do for so long that I think that would be really cool to do on a live stream. Just honest effort streaming 100% of it. That could be really fun. So, and I think all these three areas, which is focusing on racing still, riding outside, and live streaming, together could really help me achieve the goal of getting into A. So, those are my plans for the immediate future. This sickness, unfortunately, put a little dent in my plans, but there's nothing you can do about that. And I believe, even if you miss a lot of fitness or some fitness, you can bounce back pretty quickly. So no big deal. The week off at least gave me opportunity to do some maintenance on my bike. I really didn't want to do that when I was racing like twice a week, because, you know, if I did something wrong, I couldn't do the race, etc. So I used this opportunity to do that. I had to clean my bike because it's been all sweaty and there has been salt on my handlebars and in my headset. I had to do a new bar tape and I had to swap my seat post. And as well, try to reinstall my back wheel and see if the bike would brake and if it would shift well. And thankfully it does. So I was grateful I could go on an outside ride without visiting a bike shop first. I don't know if I told you that, but I ride on a gravel bike. I do not have road bike. And yesterday, when we were on the outside ride, I actually find that my winter training on Zwift has been really good. I was smashing the ride on the outside, and I even found that on flat terrain or when it was a little bit downhill, I was almost missing gear ratios. So my fitness improved incredibly during the winter. So training on Zwift definitely has its benefits, 100%. So I'm glad I didn't go for the race today. I played with that thought, but it would be a disaster. Even though I'm riding at like 220 watts and doing 30-second hard intervals, I'm pretty out of breath and I'm sweating like crazy. So my body is definitely giving me signs that it is not ready to go 100% yet. Which is kind of shame because I missed the etap stage 3, which is a race that I really like and I was looking forward to do it. But I don't think it would be the right thing to do. It has been about 14 days, maybe a little bit more, during which my fitness declined because the first week I was on a holiday in Dubai, so I wasn't riding. Then the trip back home was horrible because, as you might know, there were severe flooding in Dubai during our holiday. So getting home was a nightmare. And when I returned, I did a race, pretty good one. It's the last video I've uploaded before this one. Then did one more ride. And then I basically crashed. So that was not a fortunate series of events. But on the other hand, ever since I started this channel in early January, I didn't basically miss anything I wanted. So I think it was a matter of time when that would happen. So right now we are doing 3 of those intervals. Yeah, I definitely lost some fitness because 285 watts isn't something that could really give me any trouble. I'm not saying it's giving me trouble, but I definitely feel it. Oh. Hopefully, there are going to be fun events on Zwift during the summer. I started riding in August last year, so I didn't experience summer riding on Zwift, and obviously I understand that we cannot expect events like Tour of Zwift or anything, because it realistically is an off-season for Zwift. but I still hope that it's going to be fun stuff to do. Feel free to let me know how is summer riding on Zwift. Mainly in terms of races, obviously. I think that there could be something maybe to accompany the Giro d'Italia or Tour de France, maybe. Last one. And then we are going to do the last 4-minute one. I'm doing this event because I really like the jerseys. I always like the color green, so I would definitely wear this jersey if I'm going to get it, and probably use it with green Zwift concept front bike. So 4 minutes at 225 watts. This should be normally a breeze, but I think in my current state, it's going to be a pretty honest interval work. In the next week, I definitely plan to do some honest racing again. I hope I will be alright by then. So I'm going to push hard. The last race I did on the seaside sprint was right after I returned from Dubai, and I smashed it. If you didn't see that one, have a look at the video. I was worried that after like 10 days of inactivity, I would lose a bunch of fitness, but I actually didn't. I recovered well, and I was able to stay with the front group till the very end. Almost till the very end. So it was pretty nice. I'm doing a reread on the book Training and Racing with a Power Meter by Dr. Coggan and Hunter Allen. And I want to prepare my training schedule based on that. So I might talk about some of the principles in there. Because that book is basically a training Bible for anyone who rides with power meter. I've been using that book when I was running. I was running with power meter, and it's been incredible. And I want to reapply the same principles now as well. So, last one done. Now, just cool down for a minute. I'm feeling this workout. I definitely do not feel like it was a breeze. But it's probably not just my condition, but you know, filled it 60 kilometers yesterday outside, so I'm probably a little bit fatigued as well, especially since I wasn't riding recently.
Nice.
So
Right on.
I'm going to finish my cooldown. I want to apologize again for the missing uploads. Thank you for your patience and for staying with me. It means a lot. I really appreciate all the comments I get under each videos. So please continue with that. We are nearing 300 subscribers, which is incredible for me as well. I definitely didn't expect that my channel would grow as quickly. So thank you guys, and I'll see you hopefully during Zwift race once again. Ciao.